Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. I just set a timer for 10 minutes. Video log day number 223 of the progress of the habits. And I am enjoying this tripod so much. Check it out, Chico Suave. Check it out. What do I have here? My name is Francisco Cohen. This is the progress of the habits, right? So I just finished all of my habits, and this is my last habit. I finished writing the book. I'm on day number 70. Actually, today is my day number 70. That's right. And yeah, writing the book. So I did my Duolingo in the morning, classic, first thing. Then I did my push-ups. Today I did 25. I was feeling it. I'm starting to feel it again. Yesterday I went for a run. Then when I was doing the kayak, good things, nice things. So I guess the more active I become, the more things I want to do, paradoxically, right? Ironically, I know. Anyways, but I guess life is like that sometimes. Then I did my meditation over there. It's been a little windy today, so it's a little cold, but really good, really nice if you're in the sun. Then I started reading my book. I'm on page number, what page on it? I think like 40 something, but I'm gonna double check this because it's good for me to have a little progress of this. So it's been 10 days. Actually, it's been now 12 days that I haven't printed the book. So I'm gonna have a little chunk there, which is gonna be really nice. So I don't think I'm gonna print it today, but maybe tomorrow. I'll do it another day. I'm on page number 50 of the book Map of Bones. So I guess this is my day number 4 or 5 reading the book. So I guess I've been reading 10 pages a day, and this book is exactly 540 pages. So not bad at all. Getting there, I'm getting there. Really, it's not like I'm trying to finish this book anytime soon. I just like to have a little progress on how I'm reading, because I've been realizing that I haven't been practicing my fast reading, my rapid reading. So that's another interesting topic, which I was talking with my girlfriend earlier today about. That speed reading is a very powerful thing to practice also. And this is one of the things that I actually started doing for myself. This habit actually comes to practice speed reading, but I've been just getting so into the reading, into these lectures, that I am like enjoying it. But it is true that when you start speed reading, you enjoy it the same or even maybe more than just regular normal speed. Because the thing is that sometimes when you're reading and you're reading it in your mind, that's the normal way to read it. You're reading it in your mind, and so you're going at the speed of your mind reading. That's why you're not going that fast. But if you don't read it in your mind, meaning that there's not a voice reading entirely word by word what you're saying, just your eyes going and marking every single word as a complete, kind of like if it was an image, every single word, not reading it letter by letter, then those images start coming to your mind and the story becomes more alive. Of course, it's not going to work if you don't know the vocabulary of the book, but usually in a novel or any drama, any regular book is going to be like that. Unless it's a technical specific thing, then it is going to be very hard for you to try that, because I've tried it already with a medical book and I didn't understand shit about it. Anyways, you do enjoy it more because sometimes when you're reading in a normal speed, you kind of get distracted by your mind, and your mind starts thinking about things, about your life experiences, the future, because of what you're reading. Maybe this takes you to this other thing, and so you start reading a little slower because you're already thinking about something, and then you go to a point that you're not even understanding what you're reading, and you're like, what? And then you go back to the beginning of that page to understand what were you reading, and then you're like, what the hell? And then it starts getting a little boring, and then you quit and you leave the book, and it's like, that book is kind of boring. It's boring because you were distracting yourself even in that moment. So that's one of the cool things about speed reading, that you actually are going so fast that you don't allow your mind to get distracted by other thoughts, emotions, or whatever. You just continuously following along the story. That's why speed reading is also important. Of course, I don't know. It's a good skill. It's a good ability to have. Anyways, that's why I am doing that, and that's my process of thought behind it. So I did my reading of the book of Map of Bones, which I guess even the word map already stirs some emotions in me. And then adding map with bones, of course I'm gonna enjoy it a lot. And then this book has this little compass there, very mystical, of course I like that move. I like that vibe, man. Explorers vibe, expedition vibe. Love it. Ancient mysteries, civilizations, fuck yeah. Yeah. Then when I finished that, I decided to do my next habit, which is my new habit that I'm gonna give. So it's gonna be day number 2 of this new habit, and I'm gonna give this habit an experimentation trial of 30 days. Let's see how we go with this thing. And actually, I believe that this habit has some good potential for sure. I'll talk about this habit later on because I'm still deciphering if I want to keep it, if I want to do it as a habit, or I don't know. Anyways, that's what I did in that moment. And then after that, I decided to prepare myself some breakfast. And it's, I've been thinking about this book, which was my chapter of the day of the book, that is about food and health and the things that we consume. So around like 10 years ago, something like that, 10, 9, 8 years ago, around like more than 5 years ago for sure, I was reading a book that I thought it was really interesting. I got it in an airport actually, now that I think about it. The name of the book is called Grain Brain. In Spanish is called Cerebro de Pan, by Dr. David Perlmutter. And I want to get that book. Actually, I was going to get it when I was in Mexico City a few weeks ago, but I decided to get nothing. I actually didn't got any book. Yeah. But definitely that's a book that I want to get and then that I want to read again, because I thought it was so interesting the way he's talking about 3 ingredients that are so toxic and nocive to our bodies and our health and our mind and our brain, which are gluten, that most of the bread contains gluten because the word gluten comes from glue, like the glue that we use to stick things together. And it's to basically, I think it's a Greek word, glue something, to stick together, like for the mixture, to the atoms to be sticking together or something like that. It's a Greek root. But it says that our bodies cannot process that gluten, and it goes to our brain, and then it starts affecting our brain because it stays there, it sticks there. And then he's a doctor of the brain. He's a neurologist. I don't know the name. And so he's saying that he's linking this kind of foods. So the foods are gluten, sugar, and carbohydrates. And all of these ingredients, they're so toxic to our health because our body cannot process them, so it cannot eliminate them. Oh shit, dude, the 10-minute timer has passed. Anyways, and he says that those foods are linked entirely with Alzheimer's, schizophrenia, Parkinson's disease, and several other mental diseases that till today we don't really actually know how they're caused. We thought for a long time that it was a hereditary thing, genetics, from family to family, passing down those diseases like cancer. And he says that it has a lot of logic if you think about how from family to family you start passing down the recipes, because they're also linked to your emotions and to your things that your memories and your experiences, and you remember how your mom cooked or how your grandma cooked, and also you were so used to eating those things, so you also implement it in your life, and then you implement it in your kids' life, and so the cycle repeats each other, and that's probably the cause of how you start transferring these diseases also. Food for thought. I think that's an interesting thing, but read the book because, of course, he explains it in a more general way. A and B, he tells you what other type of, he talks about cholesterol as well, and he tells you also what kind of foods are better to eat and what is going to give you more energy and feel more alive on your daily day, and just like really like not mental clutter, just like your thoughts are going to be better, like clear, your emotions also, like it's very interesting. I want to read it again. Anyways, that's the blog of the day 223. Thank you for listening. I just received a notification a few days ago that I had 100 hours of views on my YouTube channel, and that is a cool thing that I was not expecting at all. But hey, here we are. All right, well, have a wonderful day. Peace.